Hey guys, it's Crystal here, and it is 2:15 on Pacific Standard Time. I have to keep my phone plugged in because it is about to run out of juice. Whoops, and it's not working. I wonder if sideways, if that will work. Hopefully I'm not sideways for you guys, and I will just hold this up like that. And here's our video. So let me know once you get on so I know that you guys are on the line and with me and all that good stuff, and we'll start going. So I see Dominique just joined. I see Kayla just joined. So give me some notice. Let me know that you're on. Let me see that you guys are getting ready to go. I'll wait like another minute or so we can get some people on live so they don't miss it. I see Bree's on. Hey Bree. So once we get about, I don't know, at least like probably 5 or so people on. Hi Sean. It's so funny, like sometimes it tells me when certain people have joined and then other times it doesn't. So that's weird. But I see a few people are on, so we'll wait another minute or so and then we will get started. So we can keep it short and get right into it. I tend to be long-winded, and so I'm gonna keep it basic. I chose the topic this go around that was very to the point. It is what it is, and I'm gonna aim to not complicate it or anything else like that. I'm gonna keep it very simple. Like my bobbleheads in the background. So let me tell you, I'll tell you a brief description of me really quick, or who I am, and then we'll get started. So I am Crystal Milligan, and I have been a coach for, it will be at the new year, it will be 4 years. It's a really long time. I'm like one of those Beachbody old people. And so I stumbled upon this. I was a total skeptic. I was a personal trainer, very against this kind of stuff. And and then it kept coming up. And so I tend to think that when things come up multiple times in my life, that's God saying, hello, what are you doing? So I finally was like, okay, I'll look into it, whatever. Didn't really think it was going to be a whole lot of anything until I started to actually enjoy Shakeology until I started actually having good results from the program that I was using. Until I went to Summit and I saw the integrity of this company and just what they were all about, and I really fell in love with them. So okay, so that's my story. So I've been a coach for 4 years come the end of this year, and that's crazy. I have 2 kids, a 5-year-old and almost 3-year-old, and one on the way, due in December. I am currently a 6-star Diamond Elite. My team hit Elite last year, which was really awesome. And yeah, so that's a little bit about me. I earn a significant 6-figure income, so that's pretty awesome. I've created time freedom, financial freedom, all that kind of stuff. Hey Shannon, should I not say your name too loud? Would they hear me? Because you're being sneaky. All that kind of stuff. So, all right, now we're gonna get into the meat of it. I've given you guys a few minutes. We have a handful of people on, so we're rolling. So you guys have been learning all about coaching. You learn about igniting your spark and getting things going, and motivation and your why and having a vision and all of that great stuff. And so now this is more of like actual logistic type stuff, right? It's not very whatever. I mean, there is a little bit of it where you're like, oh yay, that would be exciting. So we're going to talk about all the different, the first few ranks that you're aiming to hit, that you're aiming to advance. So if you are here to build a business, which I'm pretty sure you are because you're in this training, this is stuff that you want to know because you want to be moving your business forward, and this is stuff that you want to be accomplishing and looking forward to and having included in that vision that you have set, because you need to make sure that you are advancing your business. The first thing I'm going to say before I get into any of the details about this is that this is a continuous journey. So what happens is, like, coaches will get really set on a rank and they say, oh, I'm gonna be emerald, I'm gonna make it happen, yeah, whatever. And then they hit emerald, and then they kind of start to do other things. They start to become, more focused on leading and all those kinds of things, and they forget their basics, they forget their vitals, they forget how to build. Same thing with diamond. Often this happens with diamond, and people are like so focused on diamond that they finally hit diamond, and then all of a sudden they lose it very easily because they don't continue on the journey. It's a continuous journey. You don't just stop once you achieve something. You want to continue to do the things that got you there in the first place. And even when you move up in these ranks, you want to make sure that you are always focusing the majority on yourself first. It's kind of like that whole they say on the airplane, you put your oxygen mask on first before you help the people next to you, before you help your kids or whatever else. So this is the same thing. Consider your coaches as you bring them in, like your kids. You need to take care of yourself first before you take care of them. So yes, you're going to mentor these people, and don't let that be intimidating, because your upline will help you, your team will help you. Like, that's what we're here for. We do it together until you're comfortable doing it. So don't let that be a deterrent. But that being said, you need to lead by example. You need to lead by example, and you need to continue to do the 4 vital behaviors first. You need to continue to have Success Club be a non-negotiable first. You need to continue to do those things and invite and do all those different things and show your new coaches, rather than aim to be a leader the whole time. That is not your main focus. Your main focus is your business, and then you take care of it. So some people say it's an 80-20 split. Some people say it's a 60-40 split, but either way, you taking care of yourself and your own business is always the priority. So I'm going to say that first, because often when people will get to certain ranks, they stop and they go into management mode, and we don't want to do that. Okay, so first things first. So I've been in about, I think, 3 minutes now of actual content. I'm keeping track. So what is emerald? Some of you are brand new baby coaches and you have no idea what emerald is. So I'm going to tell you. Some of you are already emerald, and that's amazing. Some of you are beyond. So emerald rank is you have a right and a left leg. I'm pretty sure you got that by now, right? I hope you got that. So you have a right and a left leg, right? You have 2 legs going down from you underneath you. You might have already seen some coaches underneath you that you're like, whoa, where did that happen? It's because a lot of times as your upline adds to the team and so on and so forth, you might see other coaches pop up beneath you, and that's an amazing thing. You benefit in a number of ways moving forward. But those aren't your coaches. So when I say personally sponsored coaches or PS coaches, those are people that you sponsor, that sign up underneath you, that they go through your website or through your link or something like that, right? So these are your PS coaches. They are your personally sponsored coaches. That is what we're talking about when we talk about achieving these ranks. That's how you achieve them. It's not by other people putting coaches underneath you. It's by you doing it. So emerald is 1 PS coach on each leg. So sometimes we talk about, like, what does it mean to achieve emeralds? And I'm sure, like, some of the girls after me tomorrow and the next day will go into it maybe a little bit deeper, but I'm going to touch the basics, right? So emerald is just the 1 coach on either side. Often what happens is, if you truly want to be a business builder and you plan to be here for the long haul and actually build a great business, you would ideally, and this is not, you don't have to, but my suggestion is, you would ideally be setting up your spouse underneath you. Not everybody has that option because not everyone's married or whatever, but it's ideal to set up a spouse underneath you because you would control their business center and it would help you get to emerald. And long haul, long term, you will maximize your financial potential by doing so. It's not going to have an immediate effect or whatever, but part of why I earn a significant amount is because I'm capitalizing on the financial potential, because my husband has been signed up underneath me for years now. So it makes a big deal. So if you have more questions about that, I'm sure people can go into it, or you can post them below and I'll answer them later on. But that's one of the ways to get halfway to emerald, right? And then it could be, so we talk about discount coaches, you know, hobby coaches, business building coaches. A coach is a coach is a coach is a coach. So it could be any of those people. It doesn't, as long as they are active because they've purchased something, they're drinking Shakeology, they're drinking something like that, you would become an emerald coach. So you have one PS coach on one leg and one PS coach on the other leg, and that makes you emerald. You must have at least 50 PV, which is personal volume, in order to achieve and be listed as emerald rank. And so essentially what that means, if you're in Shakeology, if you're drinking Shakeology monthly, then you have 90 PV, personal volume, because every month that goes through in cycles and you achieve 90 PV as that. For example, like post-workout is 52 PV, I think, the post-workout on the performance line. So if you bought one of those or something like that, that would be 50 PV. You would not be emerald rank if you had less than that. So just to let you know, you will also achieve that from your customers' purchases as well. Does that make sense? So, okay, so that is what emerald rank is. And you can search this in the FAQs. You can always find out the information. Nope, I'm on a video right now. So FAQ 1512, right? 1512. So I look up everything in the FAQs. If you don't know about something, use the FAQ. It's on the bottom of your Coach Online office. It's like it's a Google for coaches. So that's amazing, right? So what is Ruby? Yes, definitely, Sean. You've used the FAQ, it seems like. So what is Ruby? Ruby is one personally sponsored emerald coach on each leg, right? And then one additional personally sponsored coach on each leg. So total, you have 2 coaches on your right leg and 2 coaches on your left leg, right? One of them has to be emerald on each side. It doesn't matter where, but one of them has, I mean, it doesn't like matter if it's the first one or the second one on each side, but one of those coaches on each side has to be an emerald coach in order for you to achieve Ruby. So that's a total of 4 coaches, 1 on each leg being each an emerald coach. So does that make sense? I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. FAQ 1510 for more information, but you have to have 75 PV in order to achieve Ruby status, right? 75 PV. So this rank is often not talked about because of the fact that people often skip over it because they get the number of coaches for diamond first before they produce the emeralds on their team. So we're gonna go to diamond now. So that's why you don't hear about Ruby a whole lot, but I just wanted to share with you so that way you guys would know. So diamond is 1 PS emerald coach on each leg, the right and the left. And then you have 3 additional coaches, PS coaches, personally sponsored coaches, on each leg. So you have a total of 4 personally sponsored coaches on each leg, with one of them at least being an emerald. And so one of the perks to having your spouse be signed up underneath you is 1, you would be halfway to emerald, and then you just need the 1 other coach. And then when you're going for diamond and you have those 8 coaches, you could control your spouse's business center and make them an emerald, so they could be one of your emeralds to get you to diamond. See how that kind of works? You can kind of maximize the system. So just to give you an idea, again, that's not the end all be all. You don't have to do that. I just highly suggest it. FAQ 1509 is where you're going to find out more information about diamond. But that's basically it. So it's 4 on each leg, a total of 8 coaches, with 1 on each leg at any of the positions. being a personally sponsored Emerald coach, which means that they have 2 people underneath them, right? So, and you have to have 100 PV for Diamond. So here's the thing. If you are on Shakeology Monthly, that's 90 PV, right? If you have no customers and you've signed up everybody just as coaches, you would not have 100 PV moving forward, because you need to have at least some more PV from coaches and from customers coming in. You don't have to have it all yourself, but you would need to have some PV coming in. So you want to be able to look at that when you first sign into your online office. You have like your little box and it says your value that you have as far as your PV. It's in that little box right next to where your PV is and stuff like that, right? So you could easily find that out, and your coach could help you find that out as well if you are nervous about that. But you have to have 100 PV in order to be a Diamond rank. Okay, then we continue to move on from there. But we've been talking now for about 10 minutes of actual content. So, 2 other things that I really wanted to chat with you about that I find very important are why you want to be Emerald. Because Emerald is really that first step of moving forward, right? There's 1-star diamond, 2-star diamond, 3-star diamond, and it moves up until you hit superstar diamond, which is 15-star diamond, and that's like the max of what you would achieve within this company. I mean, you could have more diamonds than that, but that's like the max of what you would achieve. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things of why certain ranks are important and why they're kind of milestones within our business. Remember, if you guys have questions, post them in the comments, and we have time right now. We're actually doing really good, so ask those questions if you need to. So first rank that is a really kind of noted rank, Emerald, and that is, again, the 1 coach on either side on each leg, right? So having 2 coaches underneath you. And so what that means, they have to be active coaches too. So if it was a discount coach and then they decided to pause their Shakeology for 1 month, they would become inactive, and then you would fall out of Emerald rank. So just to give you an idea, they have to be active coaches, right? Not active as in working the business, but active as in they have at least 50 PV. So that's what will get you to Emerald. So why do you want to be Emerald? Well, because up until the point that you are just a coach, before you hit Emerald, you're only earning on commission. That's where your paycheck is coming from, is solely 100% commission based. It is once you hit Emerald that you start to earn on the bonus cycles. And that is where the residual income truly comes in. I mean, yes, you can get residual income from Shakeology, people who are on Home Direct on a monthly basis, but you know, we can only work with so many customers every single month. So there would be a cap as far as like how our income would grow. How our income grows to that, you know, like I said in the beginning, when I have a multiple 6-figure income, Christy just hit the million dollar club or whatever it's called now. It's because of these bonus cycles. And so what happens is once you're Emerald, you will earn $14 per bonus cycle, right? $14 per bonus cycle. Maybe that sounds like a lot, maybe it sounds like a little, whatever, but it starts to add up. You know, when you're a brand new Emerald, it's not going to be like a lot, but every little bit counts, and it starts to build that compound effect, that momentum over time. That's where the majority of my paycheck comes from, are bonus cycles now. Bonus cycles are from volume created on your team, right? Volume created on your team. So how does that work? One bonus cycle is, remember, you have the 2 legs, right? You have to have 200 volume on one side and 100 volume on the other side. It doesn't matter which leg. They can come from either way. They can switch back and forth, all that kind of stuff. But 200 volume on one side, 100 volume on the other side. And so what happens is, like, say you have a coach who orders a challenge pack that signs up on this leg. And so it's like 100, let's just say it's 100 to keep it easy. 100 volume that you have on that leg. And then this other leg, because your upline is building and adding and all that kind of stuff, has like 500 volume. You would cycle one time because you have the 100 volume to the 200 volume, and then you'd have 300 left over for whenever you'd cycle again. So 100 volume and 200 volume for each leg equals one bonus cycle. That's $14. So as you start to grow as a team, as you start to build your business, you would start to earn more and more in these bonus cycles. I don't expect you guys to like completely understand this until you're in it. I didn't really completely understand it until I was doing it and I started seeing it, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's starting to make sense now. So don't freak out if you don't completely understand it. You don't have to know how all the wheels work in order to start moving forward. It's just, you just have to take action, right? So I'm glad I'm explaining this clearly for you, Selena. I'm glad that you said that, because I always had that concern. So as a diamond, you would earn, no, it's frozen. Please go away. Sorry, kids. As a diamond, you would earn $18 a bonus cycle, and that's the max that you would earn. As a ruby, you earn 16. As an emerald, you earn 14. But as a diamond, you earn $18. So just think about this. Like, why would we want to rank advance to diamond versus emerald? Well, because you're earning $4 extra for every bonus cycle. Why wouldn't you want to capitalize on what you're earning for your bonus cycles? Right? Like, that's pretty crazy. Why wouldn't you? So as an emerald, this is what you need. Emeralds also, as they start to do bonus cycles, this is the other benefit that you get of being an emerald. Customer lead programs. So this is like you, when Beachbody gives you customers, that's what that means. It's pretty rad, right? So this is the customer lead program, FAQ 2871. Again, you can find anything in FAQs. It's amazing. So in order to qualify for the customer lead program, you must be an emerald. You must have your monthly business fees paid. That's that $15.95 a month, or might vary if you're in Canada or whatever else. You must be a club member. That is important because, and you can look it up in the FAQs why, but basically, essentially, your customers are going to be referring to all this club stuff, and if you have no idea what you're talking about or you can't look it up, that looks really bad, right? So you have to be a club member, and you want to be a club member anyways. We have tons of amazing stuff in the club. You have to have your bio, your before picture, and your profile on your teambeachbody.com set to public. Right? That all needs to be set to public. Again, you can look this up in the FAQ. 2871. And you need to hit Success Club 5, which, if you are building your business, that should be one of your non-negotiables, is to help at least 3 people every single month. And so you can hit Emerald and hit Success Club 5 and help your 3 people and become Emerald in 1 month all at the same time. Because if you sign up 2 coaches with challenge packs, which is the ideal thing to do because of the fact that that is the sustainable lifestyle type of thing, right? Like you're engaging them in nutrition, you're engaging them in fitness. That's the people who are kind of setting up for the long haul with the challenge pack. That would be 2 points for each coach that you signed up with a challenge pack. That would be 4 points. And then you help another person with a challenge pack, a customer, or another coach maybe, and that would help get you to 6 points. So right there, boom, Emerald and Success Club, all done in 1 month. Wrap it up in a nice little package. There you go. So that's why you want to hit Emerald, is because of the bonus cycles and because of the customer lead program. There's also another, like a little additional thing called the Success Club lead program. That's FAQ 1539. And that is the same qualifications, but with SC10, which means you help 5 people with challenge packs, right? In the month, and that gets you what we call Shakeology customers, which then you get a commission within the first month from those people, whereas the customer leads, sometimes they're free memberships, sometimes they're whatever, like they vary across the board, so you don't get the initial commission, you just get the opportunity to help them, and if they buy anything in the future, then it would be yours. So does that make sense? Try to keep that as simple as possible. So we have been talking for 20 minutes of content now, so I'm going to put that to a close right? So that is the basics of why you want to be emerald and what emerald, ruby, and diamond is. The next couple of ranks that are notable and something that you want to have on your radar are, of course, diamonds, like we said, so you can capitalize and really maximize what you're earning per bonus cycle. And you start to have a team built underneath you. You start to have more bonus cycles happening and all that kind of stuff. And then 2-star is the next big one that you'd be moving on to. And that's when you can open up another business center. Again, it all seems overwhelming right now. It's not once you get there. We'll take you through the steps once you get there. You don't have to worry about it. But just know that it is a continuous journey, you guys. It's not like I have achieved it, I am the highest, I am the diamond, and then you're done. And you go into management mode. Nope. You are continually leading by example for your team. You are continually building your business because you got to put your mask on first before you help anybody else, right? And you continue to move forward. We don't just stop and go into management mode and all of a sudden our people fall out, everything starts to happen, you lose your rank, all the other kind of stuff, right? So that is that. If you have any questions, post in the comment section. I'm glad that you guys got something out of this. Again, if you want some more details or anything, know that I will answer you and give you details, but you don't have to know everything in order to move forward. The biggest thing that you can do as a good coach is to take action. And nobody is a perfection. Like there's no perfect. It's called progress. And so the more you take action, the more progress you will make, the more you will fail forward, the more you will learn, and the more you will grow and really get a lot out of this business. Okay? So I hope you guys have a great day. And again, if you have questions, post below and I will talk to you guys soon.